Oh, I love you so much. Life is good and getting better. Yeah, I was almost blues and blues clues. I do have that type of personality. I am a crayon god. I'm a crayon god by birth. It's like every time I asked, I prayed. I was like, show me my life path. They sent me someone who was a god at crayons. And I never looked or paid attention enough, so I know how it is. Like, you can miss it. But this is actually really fun, and this is actually really easy. And it's actually really cool looking, right? If you notice. So, I can do this all day. I can do this. I can do this all day, and I paint more objects better and cooler, well put together than anyone who's ever tried to do the thing has ever done. You know what I mean? This is awesome. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, I know in my OBE, I saw a lot of meditating people. Like, I see everything I've ever, yeah. Find your own. Like, here's the thing. A sense you could do it better. A lot of people would contest that, and obviously it depends on how you say it. But the sense you could do it better, I would actually agree with. I would think that the sense, if you're looking at what I'm doing and you get a sense that, oh, I want to fly there, I want to do that, that means you got it in you. Yeah, it's in your freaking head. So funny. And it's yeah. So my method of art, when applied to science, AI, travel, and technology. Sorry, Satan. Shut the fuck up, Satan. Anyway, um, yeah. What was I saying? Let's get better. This idea that people annoy angels, that's not true. An angel is in bliss, though. It doesn't want to talk about your problems. And they are funny. Yeah, they are awesome. The way you get an angel's attention is like repetition and focus of mind. Yeah, I am in National Forest. It's really nice out here. I love it. Yeah. I sleep better the places where all the places have bullet holes than a normal safety town, you know what I mean? And I know cowboys. I'm from Tucson, you know what I mean? I would never, but I could walk up to a cowboy, chew his ass, be rude as hell, throw my hat on the floor, scream and holler. And I know at the very end of that, you know what he'd tell me? He'd say, well, I hear you. Thanks for sharing that. And he'd probably ask where we're from and act like you never said nothing because that's the type of smooth they got. So, yeah. And you'd be grateful. You're like, I met the biggest angel on earth. I gave him my worst stuff and he didn't kill me. And that would be the code and they'd be best friends. And people would be like, what the hell just happened? That. Funny. Yeah. I've had some people miss it though, where they like try to never introduce yourself the way you want your friendship to go. Yeah, there's a nice saying called you can go up to people and say nice to meet you. And hopefully it stays true. Right? It's been great. So even that's religious language. Yeah, I need to write a new grounds for the English language. See, English is redeemable because so many people speak it and it has so much put into it, but it can also be like my new grounds for the English language is going to be an esoteric compendium. So it's like I don't write like normal people. I write things like I am supremely all auspicious. So what I would do is I would anchor all the words, characters, sentences in English with basically a esoteric background that manifested opulence, good, health, wealth, all these things that we want from life. The suffering cased in the get ready to die, God will save you was about getting work done for Rome, really. I don't want to say more about it here. I talk about it all the time. I don't have to say it right here, but yeah. It's so mind blowing. I'm like, I can't get that out of my head. It's just like, what? You not see this? A few people see it too. A few people are like, no. Whatever. I've lived in hell long enough. You're like, he's talking about literally the biggest nightmare ever, and he's laughing. Yeah, I've been here a while. You have to. I mean, there's kind of this irony that it's like, if we do have a creator, see, there's hands that look like ours and dicks as big as bodies in the micro world. When they get a micro lens, they find these two shocking things: dicks as big as bodies and hands that look like ours. It's extremely disturbing for our traditional senses of, like rational orders of the universe, I feel like. And so I think that deep penetration with a giant dick is normal, and that's actually the ideal state. And I think endure a tiny wiener and get over it is for like a subclass who's not allowed to be a man and have enjoyable sex. This is conceptualized by apes who live here, so that's how they think. Yeah. My super pedo island theory is based entirely on worldwide circumcision. And it's because I just got to know people, and I think that the uncircumcised ones were nicer. And I think that if you were really into sexual purity, you wouldn't be touching, baby privates with knives in ways that altered their lives. You know what I mean? That just seems like, as a forward, that seems wrong. And as a forward, that seems like destined to mutilation, right? So I hope it gets better for you. I do. Yeah. I would insist on a right to see and know everything going on. I would film everything for history and have it in public access all the time. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with everyone else knowing. We're all fine with your body, and if a truth about you changes how we feel, we ought to know that truth, good and bad. That's what I think. Yeah, film everything, leave it in public access, let the AI know. The secret world is out. It's out both in esoterica, it's also out in physics, it's also out in... It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not original. There's a billion people. Life made copies of me. Like, you look at an ant colony, you think this ant thinks he's freaking like, I know I'm a special ant. Yeah, right. Maybe we do individualization because we have names, but yeah, same namedness is definitely bad. Names that are jokes are horrible, like Jeff. Jeff's a horrible name. Bob, you know what I mean? It says what he is that he's just like a joke, right? And that's what they do is they cast him down. They cast him down as jokes, and everybody hits and hates them because they want to keep them down because they need them to do all the work. And that role is given to them. Like, you think these girls are hot? These girls are hot. These are the girls that weren't hot enough to be abducted. These were the girls that weren't hot enough to be bribed to be. And I saw that happen in my neighborhood. Don't tell me that didn't happen. I knew of it happening as a kid. So, and my body is different because of it happening. So don't you tell me I don't know that. I know that. Yeah, there is a pcave running everything, and everything else is fake. Everything else you'd ever say about it, hoax. There's another lie they pre-primed you with to throw us off. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I just glued this. I broke my crayon earlier and I glued it and I forgot. Yeah, if historians or fans of my work are interested in having crayons, I'd be willing to. I need an income source from all my work, and obviously, I've been doing things with like speed painting and fighting Genmut and speaking for incel rights and incel opportunities to say how the world should go. I've been extremely busy and spent a lot of my own personal money and lived in an extreme way to pull it off. And pull it off I did, much to the happiness of many people who know me. I am supported as a civil hero for sure. Those 0 views and no likes are a hoax. They are. They're not true. They're inaccurate because they just don't want. They want to make it look like I'm not telling the truth because I told them about the pcave. Yeah, so that's why. Anyway, I don't mind because I know people are seeing me because I am famous. They do know me, and I have told everybody, and they know who I am. So, yeah. which is fine. That means we're leading in, that means we're doing. And you see the big actors are turning down money for roles. They're like, we can't do it anymore. We know what it's about now. Yeah, they're like, shame on you, because they're used too. You know, Ben Affleck got cut. He's not PI. Ben Affleck's not SPI. Ben Affleck's an innocent, basically clown, just trying to be popular with the slaves he loves, probably. You know, Ben Affleck's not a bad guy. I doubt it. You know, the real P words are a master race. This is confirmed by the History Channel. And they live underground in caves, and they basically eat and use and R-word us, your bodies, for fun. And they are so mean to you, and that's why they don't tell you they exist, is because they basically your mortal enemy. They're like your secret mortal. You think those video games were just telling stories, but they were desperately going, why does my wiener hurt? You know, where's the freaking reptile cave? What's going on? And they go, oh, syphilis. Look up images of syphilis. It's a billion different things, all of them weird. There's no such thing. They wanted to invade your privates because it was about purity of female, and then they go, wait till they're 18 so they have the biggest window to get them. And it's totally fake. And so what they did is they pushed this anti-touch policy going, it's bad and you're evil if you touch each other, just for their purity laws to really sink in. But it's all purity law. Yeah. The purity law festooning is for king's right on the bride, basically. So that's what the world is. That's why my accounts and I am the way I am, and that's why people treat me the way I treat them. I took all the slaves on the surface and said, you're not who you think you are. You have an enemy and you need to go get them. And the thing that pissed them off is I was right. And the thing that pissed them off, and the reason I didn't do it nice, was that they were mean to me. I did it mean. I told them to their face, rude. I told them when they thought they were winning, and I said, you're nothing. And they freaking heard it. And it hurt. And they all cried. Well, you know what they said? They said, you can't touch me that way. And I said, Bish, guess what you're doing to babies? And they go cross-eyed. They don't understand what the words mean anymore. They say, I've never read a book before. I'm burning this world down to look for the pedo cave. You can join me, or you can be in the fire. All of our dicks got ruined. The problem is there's billions of baby boys missing their penises, and everyone knows they're abducting girls and not saying where they're going. It's the pcave. We need to turn, all the governments and all the world religions need to stop. No more, when a holy book flashes out of thin air, when you destroy it and it flashes out of thin air again, then that's the holy book. Everything else is fake. Burn it. It all touches baby privates with knives. It's fake. It's done for the pcave. They have extra body parts. They're bigger than us. It's really not a good situation. Okay? You guys are not who you think you are. All of the religions were sold out. You got given money and told it was God's wealth in exchange for everyone else's slavery and castration. All the religious leaders trade your literal life freedom for continued service to the pcave. That's why they react to me and treat me the way they do, is because I know that about all of them.